Let's kick off holiday crafting with Up All Night DIY, The Secret Craft Room, and Shabby Tubing. Be sure to check out the video description for links to all of their cool Christmas projects. For my craft, I am using items from Dollar Tree. This is a wood board that's 24 inches long by 6 inches wide. It was $1.25 in the craft section. This little light is also from Dollar Tree. See that? You just turn it on. And if this one's not available right now, I'm sure you'll find some other similar variation there. And I'm using polished metal vinyl from Style Tech Craft. This is hands down my favorite vinyl because look at that luster. I really love the look of it, and it's perfect for this Christmas craft. So to get started, I am simply going to unscrew the front of that little light so that I can use that plastic topper on my board. I'm going to measure out the circle on the bottom because I will need to cut out part of that board so that I can attach the light to it. So all I'm doing, I'm going to measure, make sure I've got it centered right in the middle of the board, and then I will trace that base so that I know exactly where to cut it later. Now I am going to be using my laser, my X-Tool S1 20 watt to cut that circle, but you could use any other tools you have. This is a very thin wood. It's comparable to like 3mm basswood if you're used to working with the laser. You could also use a wood burning tool to cut out that circle. It's just a little bit larger than 1 inch round. So now I'm going to focus on the top of that light. I am using this really beautiful iridescent glass paint from Plaid Crafts. This color reminds me of like a bubblegum pink, and it has this beautiful luster to it that actually matches the vinyl perfectly. So since I'm trying to create this shiny, colorful, Candyland inspired piece of home decor for Christmas, this paint finish matches that perfectly. So what I'm going to do is squeeze an excessive amount onto the end of, we'll call it the light bulb, and then tap it so that the paint flows down the sides. So I'll just keep applying paint to the top and then tapping it so that it slowly covers up the entire light bulb. And then I'm going to set that aside to dry while I move on to the next step. Now I've chosen some sheets of cardstock that match my vinyl. Normally when I'm working with vinyl, I would just put it straight on my project. But since this wood has a rough finish and actually the little edges are cut out to make it look like it's 3 separate panels, so I don't want to have to worry about the vinyl buckling or showing those gaps. My solution is to apply the vinyl to the cardstock so that I can cut it out and then glue that onto the board, and it will have a nice even finish because it is backed by the cardstock. So in essence, I'm kind of like creating my own scrapbook paper, right? I've never really seen paper in this finish. So by adding the vinyl to the paper, I can create this kind of luster paper that I can use for this project and future projects now that I have this pretty 12 by 12 sheet done. So I've got that pretty blue, and then I'm also going to be using a pink, a metallic silver, and then a polished metal green to create this project with. Once my papers are ready, I can head over to my computer and my Cameo to design the letters J and Y, and then the O is going to have a candy inspired stripe look to it. I use the cardstock setting in my Silhouette Design Studio to cut that out. All right, so now you see I have cut out the circle, and it's just the right size for my light bulb topper. I'm going to arrange the letters that I have cut out, and once I have them spaced evenly, I will grab my craft glue and glue them all into place. Now that the letters are in place, I can add the light. So as you can see, this light is has like a string in it, like fairy lights. So I will poke that through the circle there. I'm going to hot glue that backing in place, but first I want to get the light onto it. So I'm going to coil up those lights so I can reinsert them into the bulb that is now a pretty luminescent hot pink, or sorry, bubblegum pink color. I had added some washi tape to the base there because I didn't want the paint to like plug up the channels, because I will need to screw that back onto the backing. So reinsert the lights and then screw that top back on. And then I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue around the edges just to make sure everything is sealed and held in place. And once it's all put together, I've got this really cute and fun Candyland-inspired Christmas sign. It sure is joyful, don't you think? And here's what it looks hanging. Be sure to check out the video description for the links to all the other fun Christmas projects in this Ho 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 Holidays video hop, and have fun crafting and creating Christmas projects this year.